It's wonderful, this House, because you've heard from a former police officer exactly what the police will think of this and how they will handle it and possibly mishandle it. You're shortly going to hear from a lawyer who has experienced court cases about this sort of thing. And here you have an inveterate protester who has been arrested at a protest, a peaceful protest, and it was extremely unpleasant. And basically, these clauses, 10 and 11, are going to fundamentally change, or could change, the relationship between police and protesters. Because at the moment, you can take my word for it, the relationship between police and protesters is usually quite good until the police are told to move in and arrest us or whatever. Most of the time, it does consist of quite natural talking and explaining what we're there for, and they say, you know, what they have for breakfast and that sort of thing. And so it is actually not as disastrous a relationship at the moment as it's going to be if these clauses pass. Clauses 10 and 11 would definitely be able to change that relationship for the worse. They'll be able to physically stop and search protesters with or without suspicion. I don't know how awful that sounds to noble lords when we feel we're in a democracy. We're not in Iran, we're not in Russia. We are actually meant to be in a democracy where the police are not allowed to do things like that. Now, I'm going to, Greens will vote against these as unjust laws, and I very much hope the majority of noble lords will follow suit, because quite honestly, we all have a very vaunted idea of what Britain is all about, and our freedoms and our democracy. And here we are seeing a retraction of that and a diminution of our freedoms. And I don't see how anyone can vote for that, even the government front bench over there. So I very much hope this does come to a vote, and I will definitely vote against.
My Lords, I rise in support